Hello.
Live.
Oh.
We're live.
We are live, and we're alive, thank God.
Live and alive.
Yeah, it can't stop me yet.
I'm almost not going to discuss it on here.
I definitely will.
I think it's the word dead on a baby blanket.
It's not about the baby.
Where were you?
I don't want to incriminate myself.
I think that could be you. You'd look hella gay. What is sex?
Yeah.
Why did you do that with your cousin?
Hello, and welcome back to, and I want to talk about it. I want to start off this episode by saying something possibly controversial, shocking.
Oh, God.
If you know me, these words, you would never think they would fall out of my mouth, but here we go. Men are okay.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday. Actually, quite a lot of awful things happened to me yesterday, and I was saved by men.
No.
Yeah. I potentially converted. I don't know. We'll see. But Tuesday and Wednesday, lost my iPhone cable, lost my generic phone cable. No brand deal yet. Lost my phone charger.
My anonymous phone cable.
Yeah. Lost my phone charger. I spilt 15 litres of paint on the concrete.
Was that a 15 litre?
I didn't know you could get 15 litre paints.
Yeah, because at my job, we use 15 litre paint buckets as well. And because it's inside, whenever I get it out, and it's so heavy as well,
So heavy.
I'm always like, if I drop this all over the studio, I'm gonna run out that door and no one will ever see me again.
So imagine that happening, but in public, and there's nowhere to run.
Oh my God, Ellis, I can't believe you dropped a 15 litre. How?
So, no, actually, it's the same story. So, didn't have a phone charger, so I was like, oh, super easy. All I have to do for my job yesterday is go into this warehouse that I filmed a music video in a couple of weeks ago and just paint over where some of the artists had like written their names in pen and like a bit of graffiti and stuff. Sick. Easiest money I've ever made. I'll go in at 10. I'll be out by 10:30 because they just said I had to get white paint. They didn't say any specifics. So I got there and this guy opens the door, Tony, and he's like, oh yeah, there's actually a lot more than you've been told, and you need these specific paints, and it needs to be this and this and this. And I was like, oh, long. And my phone was going to die. I literally thought I'd be in there for 30 minutes, paint, go, buy a phone charger on the way home, easy peasy. And he was like, you know what, honestly, he was like, we're already here. I really don't care about covering up what's here. It's so minor. If you can just give it like the few starting coats, then don't worry about it. So I'm going to Tool Station, I'm going to Screwfix, I'm going to all these shops trying to find this specific paint. I'm also like, Rogue One, do you have a charging cable? 2 meters preferably, because you need to get a 2 meter charging cable, because otherwise you can't roll over in bed.
Yeah.
If you don't have a 2 meter charging
Learn
cable.
that the hard way.
Yeah, it changes your life. It literally changes your life. Changed my life. And then I was going into all these shops asking if they had paint and a charging cable. And this random man was like, oh, why do you need one? And I was like, oh, I'm on a job and like my phone's going to die and there's no paint here. So I need to go somewhere, blah, blah, blah. And he just goes into the back room, gets his car keys. I follow him out to the car and he stabs me. No.
I'm dead right now.
And I'm dead. Yeah. But I was like, I'm so busy. I'm sorry. Can you just like patch me up and I'll come back afterwards. You can finish the job.
I know you want to kiss me, but like, let's make it quick.
And yeah, he goes in the car and he gets me his phone charger. He unplugs it from his car and he just hands it to me.
Forever?
What? Yeah. And I'm like, are you joking? And he was like, no. He was like, it's minor. And I was like, and I don't think I've ever said this to anyone before, but I literally looked at him and I was like,
drop your pants.
like, down. And I genuinely looked him in his eye with pure intention. I literally went, I hope you have a blessed day.
Ellis!
Yeah, which is so far from what I usually say to people.
Yeah, that's so nice.
But yeah, on the way, the only tin of paint that they sold at Tool Station, which was the right colour and right brand, was the 15 litre paint. I was trying to carry it and I was like, oh, this is so heavy, I actually can't carry it. So
how long did you have to carry it?
Only like 5 minutes.
That's too long. Because I carry it from one studio into the next studio, and that to me, I'm like, get me to hospital.
Please, literally, please put me into hospital.
Oh my God.
No,
was the lid off?
No, it was full sealed, and I'm carrying it, and it's so heavy, and I'm like, oh, you know what, I actually can't do this. So I put it down, I get a shirt out of my bag, and I fashion it into some kind of like sling. So I like sling it over and I'm holding it
around my neck.
yeah. And then I throw it off the bridge. No. So I'm carrying it like, what's it, like hobo pack? You know,
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah.
That just like a shirt and then 15 meters of paint behind me. And I'm carrying it. And then I'm like, oh my God, this is so heavy. This is so heavy. My shirt rips in half. And a 15-liter tub of paint falls down my back onto the pavement and smashes open. So it's not even like it's fallen open and the lid's popped off and there's paint going everywhere. No, the bottom has smashed into pieces. I'll insert a photo because it's so fucking funny.
Please do.
And I just stood there and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck do I do now? And I'm in public and there's like 3 roads interconnecting, so I'm like right on the corner of like these 3 main roads, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I get my phone
Bring the
out.
police.
No, I get on the phone and I pretend to make a phone call while I'm like looking over it, and then when all of the people who were there when it happened have gone, I leave.
So it's still there.
But then I felt bad, so I went back and I saw some builders and I was like, can I have these cones to put around this paint? And then they were like, we've got some sandbags. And I was like, oh no, I just need cones. And they were like, no, it's for the paint, to put on the paint. I was like, oh yeah.
I don't understand.
So you know when like little kids throw up and they put sawdust on it?
Oh.
To like kind of make it not be like wet and
Oh, right. It's good thinking that you went and asked them. I wouldn't have done that.
But no.
Oh, the men.
Men, I was saved 3 times by 3 men. Unprecedented. I don't think men have ever done anything good for anyone. And on the first 3 good things men do is for me.
Oh, that's nice.
So nice. So men might be okay.
Wow.
That feels so wrong to say.
Wow, Ellis, that is... Do you think that's your most embarrassed moment you've ever had?
Not even close.
Not even close.
I wasn't embarrassed. My immediate thought was, I mean, I literally took a picture and I sent it to you and I said, lol.
Where were you?
I don't want to incriminate myself.
Fair. You just telling that story, like, I've had like 3 stories pop up, which are all very similar. It was a ABBA sequin themed hen do, and our friend that was in the car with us had a top that she needed a safety pin for because it was just like open, and we were at a services on the way there. I was like, I'll go to WHSmith, see if they've got anything here. And going to WHSmith, and it was like really busy. It was like a Saturday peak time. I had rollers in my hair. It looked so
But insert a picture here.
Yeah. I went up to a woman that worked there and I was like, do you have safety pins here? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, no worries. Thank you. And I started going off and then she went, hey, wait. And I was like, hello, little woman.
Yes, woman.
Yes, woman.
Yes, mama.
And she lifts her top up.
She has both of her nipples with
safety pins.
And she says, right or left?
Right or left. No, she lifts her top up a bit to show her like flies, and she's got a safety pin that's holding her jeans together.
Stop.
She undoes it and she gives me a safety pin, and I go, no, I can't accept that. And she went, no, go on. I was wearing sequins, I had rollers in. She probably thought like, this is very important. This is very important.
Because the universal symbol for emergency is rollers,
sequins and rollers.
Sequins and rollers.
But she must have thought like, this girl's going to an important do. She needs a fucking safety pin. So what if my trousers fall down all day? I'm wearing nice pants.
Yeah, the world needs to see them. That's amazing.
Yeah, and she gave me her safety pin. So I was like, no, I can't. She was like, please, yes, of course you can. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Have a blessed
day. And I went back into the bathroom to our friend and I was like, I got you a safety pin. I got you a fucking safety pin.
An angel got you a safety pin.
Yeah.
Sure. Angels all around.
And also another story, which is just... I've got a few really embarrassing ones, but the main one was...
Sorry.
So back in the day, every Christmas we would do Christmas tree decorating. When I say we, Ellis used to do it, and a few of our other friends. Come in.
Oh yeah, we're in a studio, but we'll get onto that.
We would go to like
JOB,
the really high end offices in like Liverpool Street, Bank, Moorgate,
very that.
And dress really tall Christmas trees, scaffolding sometimes.
Oh, yes. I think the biggest one was like 30-something foot, right?
Maybe we'll insert a picture. I've got a picture of you up a scaffold pole. I've got a picture where you're sticking your head out.
God, pictures galore this episode.
Oh my God, pics.
If you're listening to the audio version, you're
missing out. Although do both. So we would have boxes and boxes and boxes of baubles because we're dressing massive trees. It's like hundreds of baubles per tree or whatever. And I'm coming out of a job which is in central London in one of the offices, and I'm bringing out the last of the baubles on a trolley, which was essentially a plank of wood with wheels and some rope attached to it. You know, with skates.
Caveman trolley.
Yeah. And I've got 3 tubs like that long, that deep. Filled with baubles. And I'm crossing a road and I drag it up the curb, like sloped curb, but it catches and it falls backwards. So all the boxes of baubles go fucking everywhere. I remember just being stood there like
what happens now?
Completely out of control. I don't know if you've seen the TikTok recently where a man, it's like a prank. Yeah. He's on a tube and he's got a box filled with bouncy balls. And he's like on the tube and he like pretends to fall over and the box just like opens up and it's these balls everywhere and everyone on the tube is just like picking up these balls. No one's saying anything because everyone's really British, but it's just like everyone picking up. And I was like, that was me with the baubles. I had the public came over and everyone's picking baubles up and I'm just stood there like, oh my God. It was.
Even helped you?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe people are worth saving after.
Yeah, no, it was nice. But I had to, because I'm in the road, I've created traffic at this point. All these cars,
traffic, baby.
All these cars.
Traffic, baby.
I do. And it's baubles fucking everywhere. I cannot explain it. Hundreds, so bad.
So funny.
Anywho, we are in.
Oh yeah, we're in a studio.
Haven Talks studio.
And it does.
It does. It really does. We're just trying something new because we do all the setup and stuff ourselves.
And we don't want to.
It's
a lot of work.
We think we should be the talent, and
I've always said since a child, I've always said that everyone should do everything for me.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I've actually had this conversation before years ago with who was it? I can't remember if it was with a therapist or a psychic. Probably they're basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And I was saying that like I don't think I really believe in past lives. So I was like, if past lives were real, I genuinely think that I was born into this life to learn that I don't have everything, because in my head it genuinely confuses me that I don't have everything I want all the time whenever I want it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
I think maybe in a past life you were a king.
Yeah.
Or like some kind of emperor.
Yeah, or like a pirate or something.
Same thing. What?
Yeah, like a pirate.
That actually reminds me of you talking about this, because I've done a classic this week where I keep thinking of things and I'm like, I'll say this out on the podcast.
Yeah, me too.
And then I forget.
I haven't written anything. I wrote some things down on the train on the way here.
Your hair looks extra curly today. Have you done something?
I had a bath.
Oh, it's clean.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so curly. No, Ellis, it's really curly. Yeah, it's like little spirals, but they're more defined.
Little spiral.
Yeah,
been there, baby. Been there.
I'm on quite a big spiral at the
minute. But... Yeah, I've been on a spiral.
Yeah, I'm almost not going to discuss it on here.
I definitely will.
I think let's go for a drink after or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I kept forgetting, but that actually reminded me. So thank thank you. But I'm interested, and almost don't say anything that's gonna attract the wrong crowd. Because also, let's just say this right here, right now. We've released some videos which have got attention from
I want to say not the right place, but it is in fact the alt-right place. It is the far-right place where our videos have ended up. Please take us away from them.
We're on the pages of far-right Americans that have
fundamentalists,
very strong views, and if it's not known already, me and Ellis do joke. We do tend to have a joke.
We love to have a giggle and a laugh and a joke.
Kind of the point of us doing this. And also, I think our belief system, in the nicest way possible, is maybe like slightly different. If you're taking things that we say seriously,
I cannot stress this enough. Do not take anything that I say.
It's all a joke.
Nothing I say has any meaning at all.
No.
At all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No, not even just on this podcast, ever.
We are joking.
Joking. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
My favorite one. My favorite one. I cannot believe it. We did a clip.
Oh, almost don't bring it up again. I can't.
No, not that one.
Okay.
We did a clip where I said lesbian rights and lesbian
rights and only lesbian rights. Everyone else can choke.
And it, for some reason, ended up on like the far right side of things, and people were commenting, thinking that I was identifying as a lesbian, and they were like commenting things being like this is coming out of his mouth with a full-grown beard and like blah 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 blah. Let's just clear things up. I'm not a lesbian. And I'm joking. I don't think everyone else should choke.
No.
I definitely think some people should choke.
But also,
I'm not gonna list it.
Do you really believe that's a serious clip? Do you really believe like that's where the understanding is lost?
Even though we've released 5 episodes so far. In just releasing 5 episodes, I have come to realize that some people are actually like so out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. Oh my god, feeling out of touch with reality. I was just remember so your story where you were in the curlers and you got the safety pin and then we went to that hen do. Do you remember that Burger King that we went to at the end of the night? That was like the worst place I've ever been. If you know about liminal spaces or the back rooms, anything like this, Burger King like was the epicenter of the back rooms, the liminal space. It was not a real place. It was the most disgusting thing I've never been in a worse place.
So we went for our hen do night out, and then we went to get food at Burger King, and it was like Ellis described it as an immersive experience.
It was an immersive horror experience.
It was like Thought Park Fright Night.
Burger King, the immersive horror experience.
It was the dirtiest, messiest. There was stuff, like, honestly, there was stuff everywhere. Like, I just started throwing stuff on the floor and Meg was like, Jodie, don't do that. I was like, Meg, look at the room we're in. This is your only chance you'll ever get to throw a nugget on the floor.
You'll never get to experience throwing stuff on the floor.
Honestly.
Okay.
And also, let's insert the video because me and Ellis were laughing so much. Ellis was actually on the floor laughing. It was so funny. I remember going and sitting on a chair, and I was in between people, and I felt like I was in between actors. Like, I was like, you guys must be actors, right?
Oh,
you must be actors. It was insane.
I was up at the till, and I got my food, and I turned around, and I fully, but like for the first time, properly registered the space you're in. I just started hysterically laughing.
Hilarious.
Literally you just with a chip, just
fuck it. Fuck it.
So real though.
Also, whilst we're on this hen do night out, do you remember what that place was called? The Containers. It's annoying because I've been there before. Shout out to this place for the extreme homophobia on the door.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I still need to try and get that man fired. It was insane.
I genuinely thought it was a joke at the beginning.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought it was a joke.
The theme of this evening, like I said, was like everyone was wearing sequins, blah, 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 blah. Therefore, Ellis was there. Ellis was wearing sequins. And he let everyone in. Everyone was wearing bloody cowboy hats and cowboy boots, whatever.
Feather boas, all that
Your
stuff.
outfit was from ASOS. Mm-hmm. It was an actual outfit. It wasn't a costume by any form at all. And this security man let everyone in, and then he said to Ellis, "You can't come in because you're in fancy dress." And everyone was like, "Okay, yeah, no worries, no worries." I was like, absolutely fucking not.
No, I think there are some worries.
Yeah, absolutely not. The way I absolutely lost my shit. And after complaining like to the manager, we got like a free drink.
I will say it was handled well, but the fact that it happened in the first place,
so gross.
Crazy.
It was so gross. I was actually really shook by it. I've not had many encounters like that. Anyway, anywho, are you still trying to find it? I know how to find it because I messaged someone saying where we are, but I would have to stand up.
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah, 2 meters away.
So far.
Anyway, let's get back into it. So the thing that you said earlier where you spoke about past lives or whatever, and it reminded me of something that I wanted to ask you. What I wanted to ask you was, and then I started saying, please don't take us seriously. Anyway, what is your belief on afterlife? Because I don't know yours, and I'm interested, podcast or not podcast.
Honestly, I don't know. This is going to sound so fake. This is literally going to sound like I'm on like some kind of mushroom trip or whatever. But there's there's like a blanket of consciousness, I suppose. Outside like our 3D dimension, there is some kind of like consciousness, and then our individual experiences are part of that like blanket that's kind of like folded in slightly into this reality, and we experience it, and it's all real and it's all fun, but we're all kind of part of the same thing, and we're like dipping into it, and then we'll dip out of it, and then maybe at some point like part of us will dip in again, maybe like I don't know. But I'm super up for being convinced of anything. But I would say I'm open-minded to it, but there is also like, oh no, I'm on my best behavior. I don't want to say anything.
Are you going to do a Christian moment?
I was. I was going to go into my whole like God is dead thing about the baby blanket.
Let's leave that for today.
I don't know. I think I'm going to bring it up at some point. But yeah, I'd say.
Sorry, it's quite a,
yeah, no.
It's a big question. I don't know what my answer is necessarily. I do believe in spirits. Spirits come to you and you can feel Ellis. Stop it. Oh my god.
No. Take it seriously. But spirits come on you.
They make See, I've said to Ellis before, when I watch back like the clips that Ellis puts together, he talks about stuff like this so much. I don't want a podcast about cum and
no, I mean either.
Farts.
I actually
it's like fart comedy. It's not funny.
This is not fart comedy.
No, but like speaking about that, it's so great.
Just a throwaway joke. No, this is not a cum podcast.
Stop saying it. You've had your limit.
That's my quota. Yeah.
You've had your word count. So I've got to talk for the rest of the podcast.
Oh, I'd love that actually.
Yeah. The whole podcast.
I just sit here and serve.
Yeah. Oh, show your jumper.
So the world knows if this ends up on alt-right Christian TikTok.
That lesbian man thinks he's an awesome mum.
That lesbian man. That is so funny.
So the thing about Ellis is he loves really horrible, ugly clothes.
I do. I love horrible stuff.
Like, so me and our friend had a whole day in East London doing like the Dalston area, doing all the charity shops. Well, not even charity shops. We did the vintage shops. I wouldn't go and haggle in a charity shop, obviously.
No,
it's
not a
for charity.
shop.
But for a vintage shop. And the thing is, like, yeah, some of the clothes are nice in that, but vintage just means smelly old clothes. They stink. They stink.
Stinky.
Stinky.
Stinky, stonky, stank.
They're all so expensive because they're old and stinky.
What's the shirts that Tesco sell? What is their brand? F&F?
F&F.
Yeah, there was like some F&F George shirts from like 2010, 2011 or something for like £20.
No.
Literally just because it's old and it's in a stinky, stanky old warehouse where, sorry, rats do piss and poop, like, because that's what they do. And I'm tired of pretending that they don't. This was £2. This was from Vinted.
Vinted, yeah.
Vinted is good. And I'm actually really pissed off that I've been put onto it because I only started using it to sell loads of my own stuff because I actually don't have enough room for all my things. Because I don't throw anything away. I can't throw any things away. And now I'm like scrolling on it being like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Let me show you a jumper that I found. And it's literally someone's old grandma's jumper. And it's just this blue jumper where it's been stitched on and it says grandma. And then it's got balloons coming up. And then inside the balloons are stitched names of the grandchildren. And I'm like, oh, that's mine. And I'm like, oh, you found my jumper.
Oh my god! How much is that?
It's like £4, and that's how much it should be.
Get it?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Don't wait for someone else to get it though.
To be fair, it's been in my favourites for ages. I don't know why people aren't buying.
Are these new trousers?
No, I actually found these trousers in a building I used to live in.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I found these trousers in a building I used to live in. These shoes belong to a man who is now dead. These socks I just bought from TK Maxx, and this shirt I genuinely don't know where I got it from. This is one of the shirts where I have a duplicate of it, and I don't know where either of them are from.
You're lucky that you can pull these things off, though. I'd be fucked. Imagine if I walked in this outfit.
You did look fucking cool today, by the way.
Thank you. I smell though. This top smells.
I stinky stank.
This top smells.
It's not you. Who is it that I have that argument with where it's like, if I stink, I'm going to put on more layers to hide the stink. And someone is like, no, that's really stupid. That's going to make you smell more because you're going to sweat more. And I'm like, no, it doesn't matter if I sweat more because I'm wearing too many layers for the stank to get out. And I've been having this argument with someone for years.
That's not...
And I'm right. Like, whoever it is, I'm sorry, I'm right. Like, it's such a stupid idea that the less layers you wear, the less you're going to smell. What? No. No. Get out of my face.
It depends for me what the weather is outside. Mm. If it's a really hot day, then I'll try and air out. But I do agree with you. I've had times where I'm like, I need to keep this jumper on because underneath's not good.
Yeah, I remember, oh my God. Do you remember when we went out for Halloween and I was wearing someone's old shirt and it wasn't until we got out that we realised the shirt stank. I was like, this is the worst day of my life. This is actually the worst day of my life and I'm going to go home.
That rings a bell.
It was when I was Sexy Werewolf and you were the ninjas.
Oh, and the top, the top belonged to one of our friends.
Who?
But no, do you remember? It was like you stunk, but we didn't want to say it out loud. But you did stink.
I did stink. I was a stanky stank. And I didn't want people thinking that it was me.
You should have gone topless, really.
I know exactly what would happen if I went out topless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to give people
crowds following you. I've actually seen on TikTok recently, there's this guy who's doing these like dancing videos. He reminds me of you.
Sex god.
Yeah, he looks like a sex god.
Yeah.
But he has a shaved head, not to the scalp.
The bone.
not to the brain. But it's like little, very short buzz cut.
Oh.
And he wears, hear me out, you see the guys that wear like the crop tops and stuff?
Yeah.
I think you'd pull that off so good. I think if you wore like some really cool trousers and you wore like a little like cropped like tank top or like a cropped t-shirt or something, I think that could be you. You'd look hella gay.
I was about to say, I'd be like, that's hella gay.
No, you'd look fucking gay. But
I'll have sex with a man, but that's fucking gay.
I no, but there are straight guys that do it. Not that matters, and not that is relatable for you. Matter. But you know, do you remember? Don't matter. Joking. But do you remember Jordan from Love Island?
Jordan again.
He that Coca-Cola's gone to your head.
Yeah, it was Jordan again.
I don't know.
It's a very funny clip.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. But he would wear a cropped top, and he shags women.
Whoa, you can do that?
Yeah.
What,
shag women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has that been a thing? They're part of the new AS update. Growing up, did you ever think that you were being watched like constantly? Because I had a flashback memory the other day of being in my room and being like convinced that I was like a TV show.
I think when the Truman Show came out,
I've never seen it. I've literally never even seen the Truman Show. I know what it's about, but I've literally never even seen it. This was years ago. I remember being like 6 or 7 and I was getting changed and I was like, oh, I don't know. I feel kind of weird getting changed because I don't want like everyone to see me. But I was in my room alone. But in my head, I was like, everyone's going to see me if I get changed right now.
I can relate. And I think a lot of people felt like that as well at times.
It's the weirdest thing.
But let's just go back. You've never seen the Truman Show.
There's so many films that I've not seen the Truman Show. I've not seen Fight Club. I've not seen... What other big films have I not seen?
You've not seen Fight Club?
No.
I need to watch it again, so do you want to watch it with me?
I don't care.
It's good.
I don't care.
Hear me out. Me and Ellis are both ex-film students. Everyone's pretty like film snobby.
The films that people who I didn't liked, I would purposefully not watch.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, you suck. And I don't want to even know what's going on with you.
So on my first day of the course, because we did separate film courses, everyone had to say their favourite film.
Yeah, I think we did the same.
90% of people said Pulp Fiction. And I hadn't seen Pulp Fiction at this point, and I went, fuck this, I'm not watching it. And people would be like, oh my God, you haven't watched Pulp Fiction? And I'd be like, nah.
No, and I'm not gonna.
And then there was one day a few years ago I broke my ankle, so to fill my time with watching films, and I went, okay, I'm gonna watch Pulp Fiction, and I watched Pulp Fiction, and it ended, and I went, yeah, that's the best film I've ever seen.
I'm trying to think.
I was like, this is actually a really fucking good film.
I think I know what film I wanted to say, but the film I did say was Carrie, because Carrie is one of my favorite films of all time. Like, if someone asks me what's your favorite film, I'll say Carrie. My actual favorite film, and I think it's, all jokes aside, I think it's a perfect film.
Okay.
I think it's absolutely amazing. It's like, so it's not Avengers Endgame. It's none of the Marvel films, but I'm just using it as a vehicle. Avengers Endgame, basically the whole thing is there's like 4 billion avenues and pathways of reality, and only one of them do they win. So he's trying to make that pathway happen. In a similar way, I think we live in all 4 billion trillion versions of reality that could exist. I think we live in the one reality where the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is like the best it could possibly be. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie, I'm not joking, is like a perfect film. It's a perfect film.
Why have we not discussed this before?
Genuinely.
Because we talk about this so often.
So much.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie is perfect.
It's perfect.
It's in the same category as like Get Out. It is fucking perfect.
It's like Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I've not seen that. I want to.
That is one of the best films of all time, in my opinion.
What have I watched recently that I said was a perfect film? What have I seen this? Yeah, was it Barbie?
Barbie is.
It's pretty perfect.
About how good
it's pretty perfect. It's pretty perfect. But no, I've seen something and I was like, that was perfection. Well, I loved Barbie. I went to see it twice. Hey, Barbie, hey.
Can I please talk about the fact that my corner for the blanket for our friend's baby didn't make the cut?
I think it's the word dead on a baby blanket. Not okay. All right, let's give context because that was really, really just like, okay, two of our closest friends are literally having a baby probably right now.
It literally could happen right now. It genuinely could happen right now.
And we, our friend organised an activity for the baby shower, which was that all these materials are there and two girls that sew on the sewing machines, and we all basically make a patch for a blanket for the baby.
Super cute idea.
So I did a rainbow just everyone else's compared to yours. I did a rainbow with a B and it said BU because it's just like I'm trying to get this queer little baby, like LGBT baby.
LGBT.
Yeah. So like as at the first moment its eyes open, it's like BU rainbow. Like, okay, cool, I'm gay.
Because that's how it works.
First word is hunty.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the first word is mama.
Mama. Mama. And yeah, everyone made lots of nice ones. Like there was a star, like you're a star. Bea did a teddy bear with a waistcoat and a lasso. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah.
Ellis.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I just really want to get across because I feel like I was misunderstood and misrepresented. So I'm going to take this time.
I think it's the word dead on a baby blanket. Not okay.
It's not about the baby.
For that day.
If I wrote "baby is dead," then yeah, I get it. What?
Sometimes I don't think you even know what you're saying.
No, that's the whole point. I didn't write that.
Ellis, you wrote "God is dead" for a baby's blanket.
But Pete, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it was taken out of context and misrepresented. So yeah, I actually wrote some notes down about this because I just wanted to get it across.
I'll sit back.
So putting God is dead on a baby blanket is not as bad as it sounds. In fact, it's not bad at all, in my opinion, because what I'm saying, it doesn't mean like don't believe in God, don't be religious, don't have a practice. It means that fundamentally, as a society, we no longer have religion as the governing source of our morality and values and stuff like that. We are free for ourselves.
How long is this?
Not that long.
I'll cut it down.
Yeah.
I'll cut it.
Let me just highlight it and get this. We are free for ourselves to determine what is righteous and what isn't. We choose to be good because we choose to be good. Now, I think that is a much more comforting message to have a baby than there is some giant invisible man watching you, and if you do anything that he doesn't like for 5 seconds, like eat shellfish, you'll suffer vast agonies and everlasting horrors beyond all comprehension. I know what message I want to give to my kids.
Since when can we not eat shellfish?
It's in the Bible. It's literally in the Bible.
Really?
Fact. I'm being dead serious.
Christians eat shellfish. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've seen it.
But yeah, so I wasn't saying it wasn't supposed to be a scary thing. It was supposed to be empowering. It was like saying there is no like greater force than you determining what you have to do and why you have to do it. And if you don't do it, you're going to be in trouble and you're going to be punished. It's like you are empowered and you choose what you want to do. You choose to be good because you want to be good, not because of punishments. Punishment. You know? That's what I'm saying. So I feel and I was axed. My blanket square didn't make the blanket, even though I was there with the mother and the father, and I said, "Is this okay? Is this okay?" And they were like,
the mother, the father, and the Holy Spirit. No, I agree with the axing.
But then they were like, yeah, no, that's fine. It's funny. We get it. We love it. And apparently, as soon as I left that house, they're like, absolutely not. And tell me that's gonna happen, because instead it's just like a little alien head, which is like, yeah, it's cute and it's like on brand or whatever, but it's not the message I wanted to give.
It is on brand, and I think it suits you because you are an alien and you like aliens. It's weird that you're an alien and a vampire, though. Maybe we should talk about that. Are you both?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why could sorry, I'm just pissed about it. I'm pissed about it.
It is the phrase God is dead is so strong.
We have killed him.
But you could have.
It's philosophical.
You could have
it's not my point.
You could have thought of another phrase. You could have done other. You could have done other words.
Dead is God.
Maybe nothing about God or death.
Well, then I'm lost.
You did the alien. You could have done the alien and then done a little baby alien, and the alien was holding the baby alien. A baby alien. Alien.
But it doesn't have the same impact. It doesn't make you think. If when you see that thing, it's like, whoa, that's a lot. And then it gets you thinking. It gets the people going.
For a piece of artwork, for whatever you want to do, fine.
I'm not an artist.
Fresh born baby.
I'm not an artist. I have a job. Joking. That's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke because I actually don't even have a job.
You do. You're freelance.
I freelance because I'm free. Because I believe in freedom. I believe in freedom, which is what organized religion does not want you to have.
That is playing with fucking fire. Playing with fire. Speaking of shellfish, have you been seeing? Oh no, hat be gone. Have you seen the TikToks recently of Crab Shack in London?
No.
And we can't do it because it's so bad. It's all like the crabs. You know where they do the boil the. Yeah, but you love this. But you know where they do the boil in the bag, like it's very like American, and it's like all full of like juicy.
Oh yeah, and they cut the bag and it just
and you're probably sat there for hours and you're like eating lobster and crab and stuff like that. I wouldn't do that because I'm not gonna eat lobster because I
wish I could have done. I wish I was vegetarian a few years later because there's so many things popping right now.
Yeah,
so many cool popping stuff happening right
now.
But
the whole bag thing, that they're huge. There probably so much of it goes to waste.
I love it.
It's just so many animals were in that bag, just like dead. Anyway, so Thea made a at-home one the other day. And I got home and I was like, "What are you making?" And she was like, "Have you seen those videos from Crab Shack?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I can't stop watching them because it looks so delicious." And she made her own version of it at home. Like she'd made this like sauce of all this stuff. Oh my God, it was so delicious. I would really recommend that people just try and make their own if you can. Fucking worth it. New favourite dinner.
Oh my God, new favourite dinner.
I think so. And it's like all this sauce, and then we had garlic bread and we were like dipping it in the sauce. It was so good. It was like, anyway.
I have like one more thing, but it was more I was just frustrated with the world.
Go ahead, child.
The idea that if you work for one day, you should make enough money in that one day to all your expenses in that day and then have a little bit left over for savings and emergencies. The idea that one day's worth of work should be worth one day's worth of everything is radical. Like that's considered like a radical standpoint, which is so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and you make quite good money.
Oh yeah, like that's what I mean. Like because I freelance, I can work like however many days a month and like break even and be fine.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely insane to me that there's people who work 5 days a week, every week, and are struggling. I'm like, if you work 5 days a week and you only live 2 days a week and you're barely even living, you're just not at work. If you work 5 days a week and you're not living it up, that's insane.
Yeah.
Not as in like, not at all saying that like people need to try harder or any of this. I'm talking about like the rate of pay.
Yeah.
And like the, not just even the cost of living crisis. Like before this, it's been the same way for years. Like people work 5 days a week and struggle. That is crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. You give like, I don't know what the percentage of 5/7 is, but say that's 60, 70%, I don't know, you give like 70% of your year to somewhere you don't want to be as much as like somewhere else. Like you might love your job, but you don't want to be there over than like your friends or like your kids or whatever.
Yeah.
You give 70% of your year and you're not like living a lavish lifestyle. That is insane to me.
No, it is insane.
It's crazy.
Like my situation is that my rent is really high and I don't have any money. And I work 5 days a week. Yeah.
That is insane.
And it's really, the weekend is nice because you get a bit of a lay-in, but also like recently I've not even had today I did. Today's been nice. Today's a Saturday. This is our weekend. We're making
and we're
making a podcast.
But yeah.
It's all beneficial for future, hopefully, payments. I've actually started watching, I'm literally about to finish it, Orange is the New Black for like the 3rd time. That shit's so fucking good. I think it's like...
That was the first show Netflix did where it was like, oh, Netflix is it. I remember that show being like the first big like binge hit. That was the first like big binging show of like...
So fucking good. Like the detail, the writing of it. Oh my God.
One of my favourite things about the show, I can't remember where I heard it, what interview it was from, but the writers of Orange is the New Black originally like wanted to tell the stories of all of these Black women, Latino women, like minorities, but they were like, this show's not going to go for that. No, people aren't going to pick up that show. So they started off like season 1 and season 2
with Piper
and this story of this like privileged white girl going to prison and blah blah blah, to get her into prison, have her storyline go through, to then be able to tell these other stories that they actually wanted to tell. And I was like, that's so smart and sneaky. I love that show.
Yeah.
I love a sneaky.
It's just the script writing of it is like the dialogue, everything is fucking amazing. Like I know I've watched it. I know this is so old. It's so old. I started watching it again like a month ago. I'm on the last series. I've been binging it. I've been watching hours of it a day. I watch it to and from work. I watch it on my lunch. I watch it in the evenings. I watch it here. I watch it there. I watch it there. I watch it here.
Green eggs and ham?
Sam, I am. We've actually booked, sorry, you're not we.
Can we just talk about plans that you're not invited to?
We have, in October, we're going to see a play to go watch Andrew Scott, Sexy Priest. The tickets were only £100. I can't believe, Ellis, I don't
have any money.
I just like the others said like they wanted to go and I was like, as if I'm not gonna go.
£100.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Sorry, no offense. Actually, no, all offense. All offense.
A Little Live.
Horrible fucking. Was that what it was? What the fuck is that about?
We went to go see A Little Live.
God, I don't know if it got. I know it was originally a book. I don't know what got lost in translation from like page to stage, but I don't know what the fuck that was. But I tell you, it wasn't good.
So it's James Norton.
Performances outstanding.
James Norton was
outstanding,
amazing, and he's so
crazy good cast.
Gorgeous. The guy from It's a Sin, the eldest Bridgerton brother, and a few other.
So good, yeah. Like the actors and performances, cannot take anything away from that. Crazy good. Absolutely god awful show. Oh my god, horrible.
Oh my god, you thought it was god awful?
The only phrase I can use to describe it is literally trauma porn.
It was trauma porn.
It is trauma porn. If you go and Google the term trauma porn, because it's not what it might not be what it sounds like off the top of my tongue, the tip of my hat.
Tip of the tongue, teeth, and the
lips. It basically means like something where the spectacle of the trauma, like the spectacle of the trauma or the events happening, is there for spectacle. It's not storytelling. It doesn't drive the plot forward. It's just like, here's an awful thing that happened. Here's another horrible, awful, shocking thing. And it's just like...
There was zero relief. There was zero relief.
And that wasn't the reason I didn't like it. I just didn't like it because it wasn't good.
The only bit was... And sorry, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. S on my chest because I am ready to save him.
Spoiler alert. The only bit of relief is where it gets to the end.
It finishes.
He's had his legs cut off. He's in a wheelchair, and he's now finally in the relationship that he wants to be in. And he's like, honey, isn't our best friends coming to visit? And they live in the house they want to live in. So it's like, oh my God, we're happy.
He's made it. Like,
yeah,
his legs are gone and he's been through all of these horrible things, but
he's made it.
He's made it. It wasn't all worth it, but like he's ended up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, honey, aren't you going to go pick up our best friends in the world from the train station today? Like, oh yes, I am. I'm going now.
Let me go in my car right now.
And then it's like, I never did see that truck coming down the road.
It's so GCSE.
It was so GCSE. It was so GCSE.
Not the whole thing, but like that.
There were moments.
And the light where he's chasing him with the car.
Completely
GCSE.
naked.
GCSE drama.
I wish we had front row tickets to that performance.
We were in the standing seats and I was not far away.
Standing seats.
Standing seats.
So A Little Life, if you're one of those people that have been trying to get tickets, everyone's going fucking nuts about it still.
Why?
I keep seeing TikToks.
It's good. I cannot get into it. It's not good.
People keep doing TikToks of them like, oh my God, I wish I saw this. And like they're filming it and they're releasing it. And it's like, I can't wait to see this. Sorry, something's gone my eye.
Am I missing something? Am I missing something?
No. I think it's because it's James Norton just being sexy. Well, he's not being sexy in it. He just is sexy.
Yeah, sexy is as sexy does.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it was very GCSE. He was completely nude.
Not for the whole thing, but there was like
house lights on, running.
It was
flaccid.
Just like it was all shock value.
I never did see that.
I never did see that truck coming.
And then
they might as well have had someone on a train literally stood going. I'm scared. I wonder what house we're going to go to. Like evacuees on a train. It was literally evacuees on a train. GCSE drama. I would have had a better time watching a GCSE drama.
Oh my God. Do you remember GCSE drama? Well, I don't know if you did it in your classes. I'm guessing you did GCSE drama.
Why?
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? But it would be like everyone in my GCSE drama was. Do you know what? Loads of very talented actors in my class. They were all actually very good. But like our teacher was very dark with what she liked, which I think most people's drama teachers were.
Yeah,
everything
like
was.
If you teach was it high school?
Yeah.
Secondary school?
Yeah.
I feel like if you teach secondary school, your brain immediately goes to a dark place.
Yeah. But all the drama teachers do like death and drugs and sex
rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
But we would do things where like you're doing you're in groups and you have to make like 5 freeze frames and then you're performing them and it's like, and your teacher walks around the room and if she taps you on the shoulder, you have to speak out loud and it's in a completely silent room and you have to say how you feel and stuff. Because I am who I am, no one ever took me seriously. If I said anything in drama, everyone would laugh their fucking heads off, which is annoying. Take me fucking seriously. I'm a fucking performer. I'm an actor.
Please, I'm a star. I'm a star.
Fucking hell.
No, high key, she was in the right. I don't care what anyone says. Anyway, carry on.
The teacher would go around the room and tap people on the shoulder, and then you had to do a little performance. So it'd be like someone would be like, "I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Where are my parents? Where are my parents?" And everyone would be like, "Wow, that was really moving." Where are her parents?
No, I want to know.
And then it would like get to me, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm alone here, trying to do it," and everyone would be like, God, I'm doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to be alone.
I'm trying to be an actor.
Are musical theatre people here as annoying as they are in America? In your experience, because I only knew it in like secondary school.
They are annoying in America, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Where I've just lived is next to like one of London's biggest performing arts schools, and you'd be sat in like Starbucks or something like that, and you would hear these people. They were sat next to me in Thea in the pub the other day. All these performing arts kids. Yes, they are fucking annoying. But for my A-level performance, I had to do, this is actually really embarrassing, but whatever.
Ooh, present.
So one of them, and I wish I had the opportunity to do all of these again, but better. But I did, and this is in front of a crowd of people. I did Little Girls, Miss Hannigan's song.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Little girls everywhere.
Yeah, fucking slayed that.
Carol Burnett.
Oh no, yeah, so did Carol Burnett.
I refuse to watch Cameron. I fucking hate that recently they're bringing in all these actors to do musical theatre musicals when they're not musical actors. They're not. What the fuck is Cameron Diaz doing in
She's
Annie?
slaying, that's what she's doing. Cameron Diaz is serving.
Absolutely not.
Cameron Diaz gave everything. I'm sorry, but the little ad-lib she did in Little Girls where she's like, please kill me, I'm not singing, I'm asking for it, or something like that. I was like, that is 10 out of 10. That is literally 10 out of 10. So we disagree on that. Carry on. I love you, Cameron Diaz.
I don't. And then I did me and I got a girl that I was friends with who sung.
That's a lovely name, who sung. And what did she do? We learned the whole choreography. My mum came round to help me do it. The whole choreography to McCavity from Cats and sung it. We dressed as cats. Because it's a full... Cats is a dance show. They're all professional dancers. So we're doing the whole McCavity, there's no one like McCavity. It's fucking good. That felt amazing. I've always wanted to perform Cats. We're doing that. He's fucking good. Live for that show. I can't remember. Oh, the other piece I did was a monologue about domestic abuse. Yeah, they love it. They love some dark-sided stuff. I don't know how true this is, but we had a high school incident where someone apparently slept with their sister.
There was always those. There was a girl in my form who said to me and my friend on in the first week of high school at the very beginning that she had sex with her cousin.
Whoa.
We were 11.
What the fuck?
I was like, firstly, what's sex? What is sex?
Yeah.
Why did you do that with your cousin?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I feel bad for her. She was trying to be friends with us the whole of high school, but she just she just would sit with us.
Uggy stinky.
She was just not our people. I mean, she was telling us about fucking her cousin.
That's my people. I am being so serious. If I walked into work or something and on my first day this girl was like, yeah, I used to fuck my cousin, I'd be like, that's my best friend.
She my best friend. She a real bad bitch.
Fuck her own cousin.
Yeah, nice. Fuck her own cousin. Hey, is that my Bessie with her cousin?
Is that my Bessie with Tessie, her cousin? Her cousin Tessie? Yeah.
All right.
She's my best friend.
Shall
I wrap it up?
We're wrapping this up.
Oh, wait. Consumption junction. I feel like it's good. It's a good ender. What's my consumption junction? The Squishy Collective on TikTok, and I will not elaborate. If you know, you know. And now we can end.
Frogs? Slugs?
The lore is so deep at this point that it would genuinely take me a whole episode to explain to you what the Squishy Collective is. But I am such a fan, and it's the only thing I'm consuming at the moment. So that's my consumption junction.
I need to look at this.
Yours was you're rewatching Orange is the New Black. I love it.
That's all I'm watching. I'm scared because I'm about to end, and I'm like, these have been my friends. This is my life. Well, guys, thank you for joining us at Haven Talk Studio today. I don't know if you can see
it, but it is up there.
It's up there. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, repost, retweet. We're not on Twitter.
And don't have sex with your cousin.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. So people might think you're cool, but it's not worth it. It's like smoking.
One time, shame on you. Okay. Well, love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Which cousin would you have sex with if you had to?
Okay, now
because I have my answer.
Now that the camera's
up. Now that the camera's up.
Okay.
Which of your cousins?
Let's go for a coffee and we'll talk about this properly.
Yeah.
Is that my Bessie with her cousin?
Is that